Hey everyone, my name is Amazon Rex, and welcome to the 8th episode of the Survive series here on the Astraea SMP server. We're starting today's episode out here in the wilderness because I have a really fun idea for decorating the iron mines, and for that we are going to need sherds. Now, I'm seeing that we'll need to go to multiple structures in order to find the different types of sherds. I'm hoping to find at least, 10 or so different varieties. I definitely want at least one or two of the ones with like the little guy holding his arms up in the air. So I don't know, let's head out and see what we can find. Nice, a cold ocean monument. Ooh, goobers. Where? Oh, hi. You're a funny little dude. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen a baby drowned with a trident and a nautilus shell. Oh boy, there's more of you, but I think I could get away with a brushy brush. It's an insult and a waste of my time. We're still saying sus. I don't think we're still saying sus. Meh. Seeing anything else real sussy over here? I'm sorry, I'll never say sussy again. Like another sherd. Love it. Wow. Yeah, good luck over here. Okay, 4 from that one. That's pretty good. And 2 nautilus shells. I'm having fun exploring the ocean. Oh, I'm sorry to keep you underwater, but I'm having fun exploring the ocean. I think I'll keep going. Maybe we could find a warm one. Warm ruins? This is the warm ocean one? Really? Nothing? And a single bit of sus? What a sus crumb? Oh. Ah, boo. Anyway, moving on. So I don't know what I'm looking for. Is it this? Is it this? Is this what I'm looking for? Oh wait, is this one of those? This is a temple. Ooh. I'll take it. And you know what? I will. Gotta run low on redstone supplies too. I'll take those. Ooh, look at me. I'm a redstoner. Oh, I'm so low on supplies. Okay, yeah. Alright, let's keep going. Anyone decent at redstone? Nope. Please do not ask me to help you with redstone. I will actively make it worse. Is this another temple? This would be great if the goal were to find temples. Sir? Yeah, there is. Heard something tripping the wires down below and then a hiss. Oh. Yay. That's me. That's the pose I'm making right now. Got one Mr. Arms Up and I'm very happy about it. Camel. Want the camel. Whatever, you're coming with me. Quick pit stop home to drop this guy off here. Okay. Alright. Bye. See you later. I named him Nimbus. I kind of him zip-suiting everywhere. So I went to go find another camel and I forgot to hit record. And then on my way back, I found this desert temple and this sherd right here. So let's take that home along with our new camel friend here. No. Okay. You're here for now. Where camel go? It left for all of like 3 minutes. Where did my camel go? Okay, I've got the replay up. I go over there, sort through my crap. Oh, okay. He is in the minecart. Okay. Oh no! Oh, he's suffocated in the wall! Oh, buddy, I'm so sorry. That's just sad. Okay, we're back at the base. Full disclosure, it's been a couple of hours since the camel incident. I did go back out in the world to try to find something, a trail ruin, another well, just anything, and no luck. And I'm not going to show that to you guys because I can't make content out of nothing. So anyway, I'm still pretty happy with what we found. We've got a decent amount of sherds. And then I remembered on my way back from the Pale Garden, I found a few monuments and we indeed have some sherds at home. So with that, let's go ahead and head down to the iron mines where we will discuss our plans for today. So here we are at the entrance of the cave and, oh, you stuck, buddy? There you go. Anyway, making our way into the cave. This is the area we will be housing our iron mine. Of course, you know, we have the iron furnace up above and the dock and boat to ship the smelted iron out, but all of this has to come from somewhere, right? Anyway, the plan is to install more minecarts and tracks, some lanterns for lighting, additional equipment, some bits and bobs for decor, and of course the mining crew themselves. Now I want to see if I could do that cool little like look away transition thing, you know, where the player looks down from the before shot and then they look back and that the build's magically there. I messed it up. I was standing on one of the blocks that I got rid of, but you know, we'll get that transition thing next time. I'll try it maybe in the next video. But anyway, here is the cave all cleaned up. It's looking a lot nicer than it was before. I went ahead and incorporated some alternating stripes of orange terracotta and smooth sandstone into the wall here. But as of right now, you know, we don't have a lot to write home about, so let's go ahead and jump into a time lapse and add some stuff into this cave, shall we? Okay, I am excited to show this off. I've been working on this for a couple of days, and I'm so happy with how this turned out. So as you can see here, the cave is looking a lot livelier than when we last left it. You'll see some details in the ceiling and a few bits of armor stand action in and around the cave. So let's go ahead and start over here. We have our outgoing iron mining system along with a new rail that brings the iron from further into the cave over here to be transferred up to the furnace. DSTS had this idea to essentially make a black tunnel where these two minecarts meet, this one here and this one over here. And I think that would be a really cool idea. I might try to finagle with that between episodes, but for now, I think just doing the manual transfer between the two carts will work. Further into the cave, we have two different teams working down here. One is the set of people working the iron mines, and the other is a set of archaeologists. And that was the whole reason that we needed those sherds, because I have implemented them in little spots here and there around the cave as cave drawings. So I have the kind of storyline of the iron workers coming in and doing their jobs, and they find these cool little cave drawings, and of course the archaeologists come in and they want to study them and take notes and try to find more. But we have three different archaeologists here in the cave. You'll notice that everybody down here is wearing these yellow hard hats except for Rosie. I couldn't put a hat on this. Look at that, it's too adorable. Maybe we'll just put a little bit of lore in there that's saying that her frog hat works as a hard hat. We've got one archaeologist over here and the other set of archaeologists over here observing this little drawing over here. Let me see if I could get a better angle on that. This is exactly why I wanted the little arms up dude, so he could be holding a sword and fighting the warden. And you can see here the archaeologists are particularly interested in this set of cave drawing. We've got one here pointing it out, kind of dictating what they're seeing here, and then somebody over here taking notes. And of course, we have the mining team over here as well. We've got Birdie over here hard at work. I'm very happy with these little headlamps here. I initially installed this and it was kind of a pain to mess around with. But overall, I think it adds a little bit of flavor to everybody's helmets. I really like that little detail there. But anyway, we have Birdie here working on this iron vein. We've got Corey over here discovering a new vein and being very excited about it. And then over here, we have Cheems and Randy kind of breaking through this wall into a cavern down below and very cautiously observing it. Randy's not being very safe, kind of kneeling over the edge with his lantern. We do also have a few fun little details here, like this set of of TNT. So I was very paranoid about this. And I went ahead and actually put all of these TNT blocks on armor stands. So you'll notice I can walk directly through them. I am kind of a chaotic person. I am very, self-aware of that fact. So I was worried I'd be, swinging my sword and being a ding-dong and, accidentally swipe the TNT and ruin this entire build. But we've got our TNT here in a nice, neat little pile. And then we've got this plunger here as well. I was having difficulties trying to determine what I should use for the base of the plunger when I was showing DSTS's build this morning. And he's like, well, just use a dispenser facing up. And you know what? That actually worked out really well. So we've got dispenser and an armor stand with its head basically tucked in and working really nice as a plunger. We have a few other details around as well. Of course, some piles of iron ore, some ore kind of scattered about. And then I went ahead and revamped the ceiling a little bit with some spots of dripstone, some rooted dirt, and some hanging roots. But overall, I'm super happy with how this little area turned out. We've got so many little details with, the mining team being at work and the archaeologists looking at these sherds or, exploring different features of the cave. We've got, kind of creepy dark ceilings all around with a little bit of cave ambiance. I do have a couple more details that I want to add down here. Like you can see, there's a hole in the wall over here. This just made it getting into the cliff to get supplies a lot easier. I'll be putting in another secret door over here, probably with the help of DSTS. He mentioned he had a couple of ideas that he wanted to implement over here as well. And then we do also have this little bit down here where we will be leading into a fun little cavern area down here at the bottom. And we have a ton of terraforming work that we need to do to kind of help blend the cave biome from up there down into the bioluminescent cave that we want to do down here. But for now, I think it's a good time to sit back on our levitating cables, take a load off, and start today's build break. Today's build break has a lot of bell sounds and some fun highlights from a Mother's Day PvP tournament. Let's get started. A few days ago, I was minding my own business, sorting through my inventory, when suddenly I heard a bell sound when opening my hidden redstone door. After investigating, I found 2 bells attached to the door, removed them, and then just wrote it off until I went through my nether portal and found this. Big Bell is fighting back. Oh, heck the man. Then, Little Bell rules. I thought that was the end of it when a few days later, in the middle of morning, the camel I just lost during the sherd hunt. You're kidding me? There it is. Are these just everywhere? Yep. And that one right away. The Reaper's coming or something, Jiminy. I gotta figure out who did this. Need to think of a good way to get them back. I need to figure out a name for this person. The Bell Bandit? No, because they're putting in bells, they're not taking them. The Bell End? No, that's kind of mean. The Bell Boy? All I know is that I'm in Bell Hell right now. Cold Steam eventually confessed to being the mastermind behind the prank. I do have a few ideas on means to get him back, but let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas. Since other people in the server needed heads, I went ahead and hosted a very impromptu PvP tournament. The rules were simple: wear the provided armor and punch your opponent until they perish either by your hand or in the lava pool below. Best of 3 rounds. Here are the initial brackets. Feel free to pause the video at any point to take a good long look at these fine faces. As this was a 2-hour session, I'm not going to post the entire thing. Here are, however, some of my favorite moments from the tournament.
Dalton, I'm supposed to warn my Twitch viewers if there's gambling.
Oh, should we start betting on this?
We can't, according to Twitch's terms of service.
Well, actually, there's only one Twitch viewer, which is Cold right now, so...
oh, yeah, we can gamble. Yeah, let's gamble away.
Oh.
Okay, are we in position?
Yeah.
You got your hats on?
Wait, there's helmets still?
Are there helmets, CV?
No, there weren't
okay.
helmets.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
We
Okay.
gotta show our pretty faces.
Gotta show it for the camera.
This is content creation.
Come on. Gotta keep the content machine going. Can't hide your face.
Do it for the vine.
The algorithm demands showing your face.
The algorithm demands your beautiful face on the bell.
Is there a bell?
Yes,
oh,
there is a bell.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm gonna count you down.
Sam has plenty of those.
Yeah, I got plenty of them. All right.
This is gonna the easiest diamonds I've ever made.
Randy, did you get the head?
I did not get a head.
CV, you know what to do. I'm so sorry, James.
Water, get in the water, get in the water. There you go.
Ooh!
Come here, Cole.
I picked the right person for the job.
Oh, damn.
What I love is I
Wow.
can hear Cold's keystrokes.
Dalton, are you ready?
Oh God, no! But yeah, Zephyr, I'll be.
All right, Corey, Corey? You look ready. Are you ready?
Great, by the way.
Right?
Very nice.
Oh, Corey, no!
Oh, no, don't die now. No, oh, no.
Dalton, much
Does that count?
That doesn't count.
That does
no.
not count. I'm so sorry, Dalton.
I'm a wild animal. She's a wild animal. She's gonna kill me. I gotta defend myself.
She looks ready. She's ready.
Yeah.
I feel sorry
She
for you,
does
Dalton.
Basic. I like helping
Oh,
out.
Sam, that's not the route. Sam, that's not the route.
Uh-oh.
No.
Ooh. Aria, did you get the head?
No.
Do it, CV. Do it.
Sam,
All right.
you can do this.
Maybe. I'm good at PvP. I'm bad at parkour, which is, I think
this is the
this is gonna
curious thing
be
about this arena.
I'm an announcer, not a fighter.
Well.
It's a spam
Wow.
showdown in the middle of the caldera.
Is this what it sounded like when I played?
Yes.
Yes.
With round 1 out of the way, we went on to round 2 with these participants. Since we had an uneven number of participants, seemed Carrot was allowed to enter this round.
I want to place bets because then I'm playing favorites.
No, we have viewers on Twitch. We can't place bets.
In game.
It's not real money like Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Is any money real?
Is any money real? It's not time for existential questions. It's time for bite. 3, 2, 1, go! I'm gonna say. Well, hold on. According to chat, Randy was slain by Colt. Everybody all haunched up. Inventory's empty.
Yep.
Spawn set.
Yep.
Armor on.
Did you remember to go pee?
No.
Did you remember to go pee before we got in the car? Because we're going on a journey in 3, 2, 1, ding! Time to fight! Hey,
He's around.
No.
Oh.
I was
No
about to say,
fighting
I
in the
hope we have
stands.
snowballs.
Hey.
Round 2 was done and dusted. We had 3 contestants left and decided upon a battle royale for the final round.
final round. Three on the. I don't know. I can't. Words.
One on
Fight.
one on one.
Fight,
Fun for
fight,
fun.
Fight. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Arya was the winner of that round.
Where did you get a camel?
From a desert.
There's actually a prize.
Yes, there is a prize for this.
Oh, there is.
Oh no!
Oh no, Corey!
Oh no.
Corey!
It's okay. Ah, I'm panicking.
Oh, Corey!
It's an Arya cold.
Excuses.
Arya's
now.
got 'em.
Excuses. That's where the
Arya's-
excuses come in.
Ah.
That's it. Arya is the
Arya
champion.
is the champion.
With the tournament done, Arya got to go home with a big box full of goodies, while I got to go home with a decent amount of player heads donated by some of the other participants. A win-win and a good time all around. Okay, break time is over. We are here back in the iron mine near the entrance to the cavern that these two iron workers broke into. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to blend this kind of stripy orange biome that we've got going on up here into the darker, more mysterious area that we'll have further down below. The plan at the end of this tunnel is to make a fun little glowy cavern biome with a couple of pools and some vegetation. And I'm really excited to build this one, and I think it's going to look super cool down here. So let's go ahead and jump into another time lapse, and we will do our lessons learned for this week. This week, I wanted to talk about the importance of knowledge sharing. So this last Tuesday, I did my first ever live stream. I had some other members of the server watching the stream, which focused on the armor stand work for the Iron Mine scene from earlier in this episode. Someone mentioned that they wanted a tutorial on how to navigate the armor stand GUI, so I obliged and broke the process down on stream. I'm not an expert by any means, but it was fun to share what I had learned. I did also learn some new tips from Randy, another member on the server, to help track down any armor stands you might have lost. This happens to me way more often than I would like to admit. Anyway, long story short, knowledge sharing is cool. We all don't know everything, so it's good to share your knowledge and experiences with other people and to take their knowledge in as well. Sharing my experience will very likely result in some cool armor stand action on the server, and I'm not going to lose any nearby armor stands going forward, or at least a lot fewer of them.
You know, every time I come up here for supplies or whatever, this would be my view. And you know, while I find this to be really funny, I also kind of feel like I'm being judged. Anyway, I am very excited to show off the build at the end of this tunnel, but we are actually going to start up here and then make our way down. I did mention earlier that I wanted to blend this kind of, you know, stripy orange thing that we've got going on here at the iron mine into that cave down below. I also went ahead and placed some iron veins here to help, you know, kind of continue that iron mine story as we head further down into the cavern. And you'll see here as we go further down, things start to get a little bit darker, a little bit more mysterious. We have some amethyst clusters kind of starting to appear along with some fungi. And once we round this corner up here, look at this. This build was not planned at all. You know, the tunnel leading down here was part of the natural world gen, and you know, kind of like the armor stand guys above, I found it while cleaning the iron mine area a few days ago and thought that I could probably use that tunnel for something, and came up with the idea for this cool kind of bioluminescent pond here at the end of the tunnel. And I'm super happy with how it turned out. I went ahead and used the old layered glass trick to get this kind of, you know, glowy, foggy effect that we've got going on here in the pond. The top layer here is a light blue stained glass, while the layers underneath are just a regular blue stained glass. I might move the light emitting block layer up, you know, like a level or two to let more of that light kind of shine through the bottom, but I'll mess with that between episodes. See here that we've got some dripstone and hanging moss in the ceiling, along with some bits of glow lichen, some of the warped vegetation, and we've got some of the new firefly bushes in here too. The server admin surprised everybody the other day and updated the server to 1.21.5, so me and some of the other gals here on the server went on an adventure to go find these new decorative blocks. And it was a lot of fun to hang out with them. I'll be putting some of those clips in the next episode, or I don't know, maybe I'll do another one-off, you know, kind of chronicling our journey. But like I said, this build wasn't planned at all. You know, I love getting ideas for new things to add to the base as I'm, you know, kind of working on something else. I really like when inspiration, you know, kind of strikes out of nowhere like that. Plus, the thing about a desert base, it's hard to naturally incorporate vegetation. So it was nice to use this as an excuse to use more of the kind of decorative plants around the base, because I will take what I could get at this point. So what is on the agenda for next time? Well, I think we are going to take it back outside here. I believe I have done everything that I have wanted to do on this side of the oasis here with the boat, the cave, and the extra little pond down below. So I want to shift our focus to this side of the oasis over here. I've mentioned previously that, you know, I wanted to get a traveling caravan kind of stationed out here, along with a pop-up market with some tents and stalls. And, you know, I also had this idea, and, you know, this is going to sound kind of crazy, to have an apiary out here. And I know what you're thinking, bees in the desert? And I thought about that too, but it turns out that that is a thing that some people have done in real life. And, you know, if it exists in real life, I can put it in the game. That's good enough for me. But, you know, we've got enough water from the oasis and enough flowers out here. I think that, you know, if we add a few more trees for shade, we could get a cute little apiary out here with some happy bees to make some honey. So on that note, I think that is going to do it for today's episode. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like what you see, be sure to leave a like and be sure to subscribe if you would like to see more. As always, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you next time. All right, take care. Bye-bye.